In the heart of Nevada's desert, there exists a place shrouded in secrecy, so secret that for decades, the US government wouldn't even acknowledge it existed. A base with no name on official maps. A place where boundaries are marked not just with fences and warning signs, but with silence. That place is Area 51. For some, it's simply a testing ground for cutting-edge aircraft. For others, it's the most compelling evidence of humanity's contact with extraterrestrial life. And tonight, we're going to peel back the layers of myth, conspiracy, and hidden history to uncover the truth about what lies beyond those guarded gates. When the first whispers of strange lights in the Nevada sky began to circulate in the 1950s, many assumed it was proof of alien visitors. But the reality, as history shows, was even more fascinating and perhaps more dangerous. At the height of the Cold War, the United States needed an edge, a way to peer into the heart of the Soviet Union without detection. The solution was the U-2 spy plane, capable of soaring higher than any other aircraft of its time. It was at Area 51 on a barren lakebed where this marvel of engineering came to life. From 70,000 feet in the air, pilots could see the curvature of the Earth, almost as though they were in space. But the secrecy surrounding the program was absolute. Pilots, engineers, and even top military officials were kept in the dark unless their role demanded knowledge. Compartmentalization was the rule, and that culture of silence would become the DNA of Area 51 itself. Yet this veil of secrecy came with an unintended side effect: thousands of UFO sightings. Air traffic controllers, commercial pilots, and ordinary citizens saw lights and shapes that seemed to defy physics. What they were actually seeing was secret aircraft, experimental machines unlike anything the public could imagine. To the CIA, these sightings weren't a problem. They were a gift. Each report of flying saucers was a perfect smokescreen, a distraction that concealed the reality of America's most advanced aviation programs. But Area 51's story didn't end with the U-2. When that plane was exposed after a pilot was shot down over Soviet airspace, the CIA returned to the Nevada desert to push the boundaries of flight once again. The next generation of aircraft would be faster, higher, and stranger in appearance than anything ever seen before. Machines capable of cruising at Mach 3, twice the speed of a bullet. Aircraft so advanced that their very shape looked alien to the human eye. It was these aircraft, with their otherworldly forms and glowing contrails at impossible altitudes, that gave rise to the explosion of UFO reports in the 1960s. For those who lived near the base, the desert nights were punctuated with rumbling engines and dazzling displays of aerial acrobatics. Some swore they saw saucers darting across the sky, turning at angles no human pilot could survive. And maybe that was the point. The line between truth and deception blurred intentionally. Even as secrecy shielded America's military edge, it also fanned the flames of one of the greatest mysteries in modern history. Were these crafts truly human-made, or was something more unearthly being hidden in the desert? The secrecy only deepened in the decades that followed. In the 1970s, when satellites began capturing images of the base, the Air Force doubled down, expanding security and fortifications. Area 51 became not just a test site, but a fortress of silence. And then came the revolution of stealth. Engineers at the base began experimenting with radical shapes designed not to outrun radar, but to vanish from it. Jagged, angular aircraft that absorbed and deflected signals until they all but disappeared. From these experiments rose the F-117 Nighthawk, the stealth fighter that stunned the world during Operation Desert Storm. But before the public ever laid eyes on it, countless witnesses swore they had seen UFOs hovering in the desert sky. To them, it was proof of alien technology. To the military, it was validation of their greatest achievement, planes so advanced they seemed not of this earth. Yet for all the marvels tested there, the secrecy had consequences. Secrecy breeds suspicion, and suspicion breeds legends. By the late 1980s, one man would ignite a firestorm of belief that still burns today. His name was Bob Lazar. Lazar claimed he had worked on reverse engineering alien spacecraft near Area 51. He described saucers, small cockpits, and propulsion systems that defied physics. His story spread across the globe, cementing Area 51 not just as a military base, but as the epicenter of extraterrestrial conspiracy. Was Lazar telling the truth? Or was he yet another layer in a decades-long game of disinformation? Skeptics dismiss him as a fraud, yet others argue that the secrecy surrounding the base makes disproving his claims nearly impossible. What's certain is that after Lazar's revelations, the world would never again look at Area 51 the same way. Today, Area 51 still thrives in shadows. Tourists flock to the tiny town of Rachel, Nevada, peering toward the distant mountains that conceal the base. Guards in unmarked trucks watch from the ridgelines, their presence a silent reminder of the boundaries no one dares cross. And overhead, strange lights still dance across the desert sky. Are they stealth bombers, unmanned drones, or perhaps something the world is not yet ready to understand? Even in recent years, the mystique has only grown stronger. In 2019, a viral social media campaign to storm Area 51 captured the imagination of millions, though in reality, few dared to test the military's patience. Meanwhile, declassified documents and congressional hearings on unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, have added fuel to the fire. Former military officials openly testify to encounters with objects that defy explanation. Lawmakers press for answers, yet the veil of secrecy remains firmly in place. What lies beyond the gates of Area 51? Perhaps it is nothing more than the cutting edge of human ingenuity, secret projects designed to keep America one step ahead. Or perhaps, hidden deep within its hangars, there lies technology not of this earth, machines that would shatter our understanding of the universe. The truth may never be fully revealed, but one thing is certain: Area 51 has become more than a military installation. It is a mirror of our deepest fears, our greatest ambitions, and our unending curiosity about what lies beyond the stars. And so, as we stand on the ridges overlooking the most secretive base in the world, the question lingers in the desert air. Are we looking at the future of human flight, or the undeniable evidence of contact with another civilization? Until the gates are opened, until the silence is broken, Area 51 will remain the greatest mystery of our time.